Hello YouTube, this is Russ Strock. I am in my garden now in southeast Michigan. It is September 16th, 2025, and I just thought that I would share with you sort of the progress of my garden and this sustainable way that I try to live. I'm out here actually digging potatoes, and I thought, well, I should sort of share that with the YouTube audience. But before I show you the potatoes, I want to just give you kind of an overview of the garden itself. We've got it fenced in here all the way up to the grapes, way in the back corner, asparagus here in the front, and then it's about 50 by 75. It's all fenced in because when we didn't have it fenced, the deer would come in and eat everything, including the blackberries. This is my zucchini patch, and I planted these golden zucchinis in here. You can see there's a nice one for harvesting and some little ones coming on. These over here are the green zucchinis, and we've had quite an abundance so far this year. I also put elderberry bushes in here about 3 or 4 years ago, and they've done well. I like to plant a few zinnias, and I did a smaller patch this year than normal, but the pollinators love the zinnias. I'm down here digging the potatoes, and I'll show you some of the beautiful ones I've already dug. Explain it too. These are eggplants. I ordered these online as seeds and I started them in the house. I have not done much to control the weeds, and I think it got the best of me. This area here, these are potatoes I've already dug, and I decided to try planting some fall lettuce. So this happens to be the lettuce variety that I planted here, and it's just started to come up. It's been in there about 5 days. You can see it here, just starting to come up under the drip irrigation line. So I put this drip irrigation line in last summer, and it was quite a job, but I am so glad I did it, and it just changes the entire experience here in the garden. Here's another row of potatoes that I dug a few weeks ago, and I used that fresh soil as a place to plant some lettuce. The local mill here sells bulk lettuce seed, so I buy about $1 a tablespoon, and 2 or 3 tablespoons pretty much last the entire season. I planted, as you can see it all through here along that drip line. And then I've got some squash, some butternut squash up here on the fence. You can see them here through the leaves. We've already harvested several of these. One on the outside, which is sort of risky with the deer. These are the honey nut squash, similar to a butternut, but a little bit sweeter. I don't know if you can see them, the sun is so bright, but they're there against the fence. Yeah, so I'll wrap up with just a kind of a short summary here of my, here's the potatoes I've dug so far. I'm still harvesting green beans. I wish I kept better track of just how much produce I get out of this garden, but just 2 days ago, I picked about a gallon of green beans, and you can see there's some nice ones left out here, but I picked a gallon, and I cleaned these bushes pretty much. I picked them clean of beans, and again, there's already some beans out here. I either missed them or I still see flowers, so they're still producing too a little bit. So I'm going to dig a couple potatoes, and I'll show you kind of how exciting it is to find them. I've got this row just started. This row pretty much goes from the bucket up to that asparagus bush. So here's a nice potato that I just dug. As you can see, it's a nice red potato, about the size of a baseball. And usually there's 3 or 4 potatoes, depending on the size. If they're small, there's usually more potatoes than if they're big. Here's one down here. So that's kind of what this is like. It's kind of a nice activity to have in the fall. There's 3 of them. And Yeah, you can see these are about the size of a, a giant egg or a small ball. And I will take these potatoes, let them cure in my basement on a board for a few days, and then I will just store them in a cool place in the basement in a paper bag, and they'll be good until December, maybe even into a little bit of January. So that's it for today. Thought I'd share the garden, the sustainable approach I try to take here, and use as much as I can from just this 2.5 acres. All right, good luck, happy fall.